So this is a commentary on our 2019 Battle of the Classes video, and so this one was obviously our second one. We had a lot better idea of what we wanted and what we could and couldn't do. So we were able to make something that was I believe I mean personally I think it's a lot better than our freshman video, which is good. But our theme was Knights at the Round Table, so we were like, well,
Daddy, can you tell me a
sword
bedtime
fighting
story?
and
Yeah, would you like to be adopted?
knight
I
stuff.
want to be in it, and I want it to be about
So this kind
nights.
of opens
You're
up with
welcome.
kind of like a Princess
In the
Bride kind of
beginning,
thing, where it opens
there
up
was
with
a
a bedtime
battle
story,
between two
and then
legendary
it just kind of
kings.
goes on to this little fight scene here we have here. Originally, or not originally, what happened the first take is we never got the kick down right until that last try. He'd either kick a little too low, or he wouldn't kick at all, or we couldn't find where to kick. It's kind of hard to see in the helmet. And the part where he falls back, that was done a few different times, probably one too many. Um, we got him to whip his head back a little too much a few times, and so we have a few different videos of that and how that went down. And right there was a dolly zoom just a second ago where it zooms in on the two guys. Very, very subtle
What the
thing, but I
heck?
thought it was cool because I was able to do it. And the map he has there, I'm in possession of it.
Squire,
I'm not exactly sure when I got it, but I just remember finding it in my pocket one day as a nice little
keep
trinky
this
dink.
safe.
And right now, when we were filming, it was cold.
In
You can
order to
see
find the
whoever
grail,
was filming. You can
first
see their
one must
breath.
have a trusty steed.
Um,
I like
like
to
I said,
find
it was
things
really
on
cold, and it's always been cold when we try to film these things.
Well, this right here,
And we were supposed
you
to
can
fill
go
this
hang
video
out with
full of
the
different
grounds in it.
memes, so we tried to film, or we tried to make the meme of like when the salesman slaps the roof of a car. So I slapped the roof, the back of the horse he was trying to buy,
We'll talk about
and that candy cane that I'm chewing on right now. Yeah, I just threw it down there, and I'm not sure if we ever picked it up. Now that I think about it or not, I can definitely see us forgetting to pick it up. But that right there was probably one of the more ridiculous things I've had to do. And as you see with the treasure chest he has in his hands, that was, we took that out because it was supposed to be used for the ending. And we realized, oh, we can just clap our hands, and that was basically us mimicking Monty Python, plus for the Holy Grail. That's one of the things that we had always planned on having.
Stop the upperclassmen from getting the grail. Percival needs some armor.
Hello, sir. I've never been
Another
before.
thing, look at that.
I'd
Here I
like
am
to buy a
again
suit
as
of
a
armor.
salesman.
Well, here it is. How much?
See, those right there are football. It's a football helmet and a football pad. And the day of filming, we had bought a bunch of tinfoil because we were like, well, we're gonna wrap a bunch of stuff in tinfoil to make it look like real knight armor. And in the criteria, they said, oh, it'd be cool if you guys had like Excalibur. So we're like, oh, you know what? Let's just pull a sword out of a huge snowbank. I think that would be really aesthetically pleasing, if that makes any sense. And this fight scene right here, one of the cold, very very cold. Everyone was cold, mostly because to get to this top of the hill, you had to cross what felt like a small river because the snow underneath of it had melted and it was just straight water. And I can assure that everybody had some fairly wet socks. Nobody likes that. And this was all in the middle of the Fortnite craze, so of course we have somebody doing some Fortnite dances. It makes sense in context, of course, but this shield throw, that was like perfect shield throw. It goes straight out of frame and right under the feet of the person filming. And we always knew that the sound was going to be cut off, so we were able to give directions as the fight's going. And we were blessed to have a mannequin head kind of fit inside the helmet so we could decapitate him.
Should be right down there.
Yeah.
Hey! Not yet.
And throughout the video, in the criteria there was a lack of dilly usage. They didn't want that, so we figured we could toy with that a bit and save it for later. And this thing right here, this is supposed to be mimicking the like, is this a blank meme kind of, where the guy is looking at a butterfly. And in the end, we wanted to try to tie it all together right before we actually do. So we had the person telling the story in the very last
Dilly
scene.
dilly. That was such a good story, Dad.
Well, now it's time to go to bed.
And then right here, this is a pretty important shot because this is the shot actually made it, kind of made its way into our junior year video. But the overall story was our knight was Percival, so we chose Percival to go and try to find the Holy Grail. And the Holy Grail, as you know, was just the freshman class, which was apparently trash. So there's that, and here's to another commentary video.